Crabman here from Crabman Gaming, and today we are continuing with Cricket Captain 2020. This is the Australia Save Part 10, and we have another 2 test matches against India to go. Just a quick recap if you haven't watched the previous video. In the first test match of the series here, Australia beat India by 277 runs. Joe Burns was the star. India started well but then fell away, and Australia pushed on to a comprehensive victory. The middle and lower order offering very little resistance. And in the second test it was a lot closer. India batted first, put on 290, probably about 60 short. Australia 394. In reply, India put on 271, and then Australia really coasted to the total. But India did have their moments. Can they get back into the series and win the final 2 test matches? They are the #1 ranked side in the world. I'm going to keep it as a seamers pitch, as that does suit the Australian lineup. We'll pretty much keep the squad the same. We'll see how everybody's been going this year though. Some strong averages, as we have played Bangladesh and Afghanistan mostly. So yeah, everyone going pretty well. I brought Maxwell in, he's been going okay. And everyone else has done a pretty good job, so don't really need to replace anybody. Alright, let's do the coaching like usual. I might give a little bit of coaching to Trav Head for a change. And the bowling will stick to the Stark, Cummins, Lyon, Hazelwood quartet, which seems to work so well. Need a little bit of physio there for Hazelwood and for Steve Smith, and we'll always give Tim Payne the gloves, although he's in danger of being replaced if he doesn't get some runs in this last match. I might, if we win this test, I might give Philippi or Carey a go. We'll just see how they have been going. Ground fielding will do for you. Okay, Australia, India. This is in Perth at the wonderful new Optus Stadium. If you haven't seen that stadium, it is a magnificent 60,000 seater stadium that I think was opened at the end of 2018. Okay, let's just have the exact same team. I don't know why Payne was above Maxwell. That's weird. Okay, yep, I like it. Warner, Burns, Labuschagne, Smith, Head, Maxwell, Payne, Stark, Cummins. I'm putting Cummins above Stark. And I want to open with Stark and Hazelwood. Madsen and Nisa are the squad members missing out today. Okay, India. Let's have a little look to try and remember from my video. Current comp, though, we've got KL Rahul opening with Agarwal. Vihari at 3, Kohli at 4. Shreyas Iyer comes back into the side. I think he just played the 1 test. Prithvi Shaw stays in. I can't remember who they've dropped from the last game. Ravi Jadeja at 7. Ravichandran Ashwin at 8. Jasprit Bumrah batting at a very high 9. Mohammad Shami at 10. And Ishant Sharma rounds out the 11. Let's go with tails and see what happens. It does help us batting first. So just early on in this video, I'm going to give a shout out to some people who have subscribed to the channel and are always very eager to comment as soon as these videos get released. So just before we start, I'll give a quick shout out to those people. So Tushar, Vishal, Kushagra, Saga, Shikha, Suresh, Shiv and Samin. Thanks for commenting on a lot of these videos. It does mean a lot. I did post to 1 person. I'm just glad as long as 1 person watches these videos, but thank you to the people who post every day as soon as a new video goes up. I always am very appreciative. Alright, let's do highlights for the first 10. Let's see if Joe Burns can continue his form. Warner tick under 50, Burns 46. That's a good average. Someone did ask if I'd considered Joe Burns as a one-day, as Warner gets bowled by Mohammad Shami there. And it's hard to squeeze him in as an opener when you have Aaron Finch and Warner. Labuschagne gone early as well. This could be the beginning of the Indian fight back. They've had 2 ordinary tests. They've played well in patches. They haven't been completely outplayed. They just let themselves... Oh, I was missing. Unlucky. Labuschagne. Go upstairs for the DRS. It's not there. They've just been outplayed in a couple of sessions. It's just really let them down, losing wickets in clusters. Mainly. Here's Steve Smith. Oh, smashed first ball. pulled away for 4. I forgot the other point I was making now. It might come back to me. Yes, that's it. Joe Burns and opening. When you've got Finch and Warner opening the batting. Oh, there's Nick. It's gone. Steve Smith's gone. 3 for 22 Australia. It's all happening early. Shammy's got another wicket. He's on fire. Smith 4 off just 3 balls. Gee, Travis Head, come on. Knuckle down, Travis Head. There's the first 10 overs. And what I'll do is I'll just keep wickets on, which doesn't really build the suspense. Sometimes I like putting low-end chances on in one-dayers, but in test matches you get a lot of breaks for highlights. It ruins the flow a little bit. So I'll just put wickets on for you. Mohammed Shami, the destroyer, 3 for 16. Look at that. What's his test average? 27. That's very handy indeed. So if you go to Joe Burns, who's still hanging in, his one-day stats are okay, but not really screaming out to be selected. Strike rate of 80. So it's okay, but there are probably a few people ahead of him to open the batting for Australia as well. Alright, let's tick along. See if we can hang on in. Alright, we're just hanging in Travis Head. What's Travis Head's average? Yeah, 45. He's done pretty well as well. Let's try and get to T here on the first day without losing any more wickets. 3 for 67. Oh, how's this match going? New Zealand versus Pakistan. Pakistan about to play England in England at the moment. Lots of precautions being taken. Oh, inching. Lots of precautions being taken there as well to ensure player safety. But it would be great to have some cricket back on the screens. I don't know how much old Big Bash I have watched, but it has been a lot. It's basically been on repeat for a few months now. Not very much sport to be played. Travis Head just about to tick over to 50. Let's up his aggression a little bit. And this is kind of what's happened. I should have had that on actually. Oh, Kohli had a bowl again. And Jadeja's only had one. Must have had that early bowl. I was distracted by Shami's opening spell. And this might be a day or two after it's actually happened, because I do record them a little bit ahead. But the game has been released on iOS now. So you can play it on your Apple phone if you have an Apple phone. If you have an Android phone like me, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, about another week. But I've kind of been glad as Head gets cleaned up for a very handy and slow 66. I've kind of been glad because it's given me a chance to just solely play it here on the PC while I'm doing these videos and not play it on my PC and then also on my phone. So I'm not playing too much I'm not playing it non-stop. I'm actually playing a few other things as well. If you're playing some other games at the moment as well, just post down below what you're playing. I'm actually still playing Xenoblade Chronicles on the Switch. I think I'm just over halfway through. It's quite a long game. And I'm also playing a bit of Need for Speed Heat on the PS4. So I've been enjoying those games along with Cricket Captain here as well. Okay, 4 for 205. It's really quite in the balance. Maxwell is doing a good job. Jadeja has not bowled very much at all, and that's surprising. The new ball is due. I like this tactic of just waiting 2 overs to tick it, because it means you get 8 to 9 overs with a new ball in the evening, and then you get there's still some new ball left the following day. Oh, there's Snick. Shami again, he's got all 5 wickets. What did Burns make? Did he make 100? I'd lost track. 99. Disaster. Oh, Joe Burns. Batted all day. Alright, Tim Payne is all he's going to do is survive. Shami has all 5 wickets. I know it has happened before, but it's quite rare to see somebody take the first 5 of an innings. Let's get Maxwell to just survive the last couple, especially against this new ball. There's the end of day 1 in the balance. 5 for 242. Joe Burns 99. Travis Head 66. Looks like we've done some speech marks in there. And Shami has taken 5 for 69. And how's this New Zealand test going? Gee, Neil Wagner on fire, 6 for 55. Doing a good job there. Now in my last video I spoke about playing cricket over the weekend, playing 2 T20s, which I definitely did, and The first game my team did win, and the second game, sadly, we lost by 3 wickets, but it was good fun. Didn't really do a whole deal myself, just chipped in a little bit and did take a good catch in the first game, so I was pretty pleased with myself. Okay, moving on to back to Australia, creeping up. If we can get 400, I'll be quite confident. I'm still surprised why they haven't bowled Jadeja very much at all. Maxwell gone for 80. Oh, I didn't think I turned those highlights off. I must have. Let's put it back on. Just the wickets. Here's Paddy Cummins Payne. He's doing okay. Trying to keep his spot in the side. Jadeja's finally bowling. And really, Australia here are under no obligation to bat quickly, because a draw will see them win the series and win the trophy, which I believe is the Border Gavaskar Trophy, named after Alan Border. Played over 150 tests for Australia, but he was a little bit before my time. His career was kind of ending as I was small, as Jasprit Bumrah gets a wicket of Cummins, and Sunil Gavaskar as well, who played a lot of tests for India. Alright, pushing towards this lead of 400. Still Jadeja, 10 overs for 12. One of my favourite players, Ravi Jadeja. Alright, pushing through. Tim Payne is threatening to drop him, and he is anchoring down with a fantastic innings. Can he get his first test 100? Well, Stark's out, snicked behind for 31. Comes Lyon. 6 wickets for Shami. What's his best bowling in test matches? 6 for 56. So if he takes another wicket, this will be his best figures. Come on, Tim Payne. Oh, Lyon's out. Shami again, he's taken 7. Very good bowling off his 40 overs. Tim Payne will try and keep him on strike. Do you know what? Let's put 4s and highlights now, just to make it more exciting. New ball. Second new ball. We batted for 160 overs. Gee, we have. Gee, it's deep into day 2. We have batted very slow. Oh, Payne's cleaned up for 78. Yeah, I'm surprised Jadeja's just bowled 12. It's just sometimes how the game algorithm works. Your 5th bowler doesn't bowl that many overs, but you'd think Bumrah bowling 45 in the Australian heat would be a lot for him. So there's the batting card. 165 overs of toil for the Indians. Burns 99, Head 66. Maxwell kind of snuck up on me there. He made a very good 80. Tim Payne, a very handy 78 as well, and Stark 31. Australia leading by 400 runs. We'll put the chances on for the end of the day. We've got KL Rahul, and I always get his name wrong, but Mayank Agarwal batting, opening for India. Kind of said that the wrong way round. Well, there's a sneak. That's an inside edge. Off he goes. KL Rahul's out. All right, Vihari's in. Okay. We'll try and get Pat Cummins on for a little bit. We'll give Starkey one more. We'll rotate these bowlers around, get Pat Cummins on. Go back to Hazelwood. We might give Lyon 1 over to finish off the day. There we go. End of day 2, 1 for 43, India. Alright. Who am I going to start? I want to start with Cummins and Stark. And Stark will be very aggressive to Vihari. That's plum LBW. Pitching on leg, hitting middle. India need to bat well. The problem with India is they've generally started well and then collapsed through the middle. If we look at Kohli so far in the series, 49, that looks like a 55 there, and Duck and a 5, so he really needs a big score to help India out. Alright, come on Paddy Cummins. Cummins to Agarwal, just cleaned him up, 3 for 70. Puts a lot of pressure on the rest of the order. Let's get Hazelwood on. Try and keep these pace bowlers on for a while. Let's give... put Stark on for a couple. let Lyon on a little bit earlier into the innings. Alright, let's swap him around. Let's get Nathan Lyon on. Spin to win. 3 slips for Hazelwood. They might try and go after Lyon a little bit. I've got Glenn Maxwell here as my 5th bowler along with Labuschagne. Haven't really needed them too much in this series so far, because we've got very seam-friendly conditions. I could have made this just a batting deck and tried to bat out the test, but that's probably a little bit boring. Plus, it goes towards the World Test Championship as well, even though India are second, so a draw would be fine because it'd probably just leave Australia and India in the finals, which is interesting to see how that's going to play out now that a lot of tests have been cancelled. I think the final was supposed to be held in 2021 at Lord's, but I could be mistaken. But I don't think they'll get through all the qualifiers now. So I wonder what they'll do. Maybe they'll average out the points based on how many series you've played. India batting well here, 3 for 221. Shreyas Iyer doing a really good job until I put the commentator's curse on him and his plum LBW to Lyon, who's absolutely ripped one. It's almost missed leg stump. Labuschagne knows the pain of the ball missing the leg stump. Kohli's made a magnificent century. Apologies for missing it. That is a rapid century. Strike rate of 86. Oh, sorry, I'm getting so carried away with myself. I've missed Kohli's century. He was due for some runs. I've been trying to rotate through my bowlers. Here comes Lyon to Kohli. Sneaked one. Has it bounced? Yeah, it's bounced just before. It's getting excited. Okay, I'll get Cummins on again. To Prithvi Shaw, who looks very out. He departs for just 6. Struck, hitting the leg stump again. Just grazing the leg stump, so probably a little bit unlucky. Alright, Kohli's got a big job to do. They're still 178 behind. India have struggled with falling away. Cummins to Kohli. Just has a little dab. Has another hook. He's missed both of those. Nathan Lyon starting to look dangerous. Putting it in the right areas. Kohli a few play and misses. He's getting a bit tired. He's been out there for a while. Strike rate just dipping. Getting towards that new ball. Alright, I might just go with Maxwell. And I might just put the field out for Kohli to Maxwell. This could be a master stroke. It's his first ball. Oh, that's a rank delivery. It's definitely not an inside edge. I thought it was. He's smashed him for 6 as punishment. Gee, look at my computer loading there. It's a very old laptop indeed that I'm using to run Cricket Captain 2020. It's a good thing it doesn't require much processing. It is an 8-year-old laptop. So the more people liking, subscribing and following, the more I can justify getting myself a new PC. And then you perhaps won't hear the fans churning away in the background as they do, because I've had this laptop for a long time, but that's okay. I've got good value out of it. Okay, 5 for 288. It's a very competitive match. This is what I was hoping for in the first 2 matches. I know it's sometimes easy to say you want to win and dominate, but these close games are the ones that are the most exciting as well. Really get the suspense going, really make you think about your tactics. Sometimes you can feel a bit helpless as Jadeja goes. You can feel a little bit helpless in test matches sometimes as the game just drags on and you wonder how you're going to get someone like Virat Kohli out, and you thought it was Maxwell, but then he gets smashed for many runs. Alright, can Lyon get him before this second new ball? That's a sneak, bottom edge. Kohli's on his way. Magnificent innings comes to a close for 160 off just 194 balls, a strike rate of 82. They're really trying to catch up the time in this game because Australia batted so slowly. So well done, Virat Kohli, magnificent innings. Now the tail needs to do something here. They need to get another 50 runs. They can't let Australia be 90 ahead into the second innings. They need to chip away every run that they can. Jasprit Bumrah needs to hit a 6 like he did in that one-day international I mentioned a few videos ago. Last ball of the innings. He came out for one ball and smashed a 6 down the ground. It was amazing. Ashwin snicked behind, which is a shame. He's a very competent batter. I think he's got a test 100. Yes, I'm going to take the new ball. He may have 2 test 100s, actually. Oh, he's got 4 test 100s. Well, that's a few more than I realised. I know he's a very competent batsman. I think he was batting at 7 at one time in the Indian innings when Jadeja wasn't in the team. Just allowed them to have 4 legitimate bowlers. All right, I'm going to keep Cummins on because he's bowling well. And I'm going to bring Stark on because he bowls very well to the tail. Bumrah 9. What's his test higher score? Oh, it is just 10. So he's nearly made his top score. Put the commentator's curse on him. Ah, short legs dropped him. Who was that? Where's Labuschagne there? He usually fields short leg. Who's there? Number 3. Joe Burns. Oh, Joe Burns. What have you done? Joe Burns. Bumrah's on his equal highest score. Come on, Josh Hazlewood. There we go. It's going to remain his equal top score. Hung around for 40 minutes. 83 ahead. I'm not sure that's enough. Stark does what he always does and rips through the tail with a clean bowled. And India have made a competitive 323. They tried to back quickly. Let's have a look at the run rate. Much, much higher than Australia's. They only faced just 85 overs compared to Australia's 160. Great work in the middle from Kohli. Let's see how we go in this second innings. I'll just put wickets on. Australia don't need to be that aggressive. They can eat some time up. There's 2 full days to go. Let's get to... Oh, that's a wicket. Snicked. Oh no, hit back to the bowler. Shami again. Now he doesn't have a test 10-for. But he doesn't have a few first-class 10-fors in a match. He's got 7, he's got 8, so he only needs 2 more to have his first test 10-wicket haul. If Kohli comes on, I'm gonna go for him. This might be a mistake, but let's put 4s and wickets on. Kohli's into the attack. Yeah, that's what happens. Just wish it was smashed for 6. Wish it was an aspect of a game they changed because you would never bowl Kohli in that situation. You'd definitely have Ashwin or Jadeja on. End of day 3, 1 for 40. It's leaning Australia's way. But a few wickets could change it. Alright, Bumrah's got Joe Burns. Little snick behind. Just the 1 slip in, so that's interesting. What do they have to the new batter? They've got 2 for Steve Smith. So I think anything over 300 is going to be really difficult to chase. And Australia are not going to be in a hurry. Why have I turned that off? It's meant to be on wickets. Labuschagne's LBW for the 2nd time in the game. Has it at least hit the stumps this time? Looks close to the leg stump. Can't be missing again, surely. Oh, it's just grazed the leg stump. That'd be unfortunate to be out twice. I do remember, I think it was the 2010-11 Ashes when Ryan Harris got he was LBW in both innings and he got a golden pair and he referred them both times. And I think both times he believed he got a little inside edge on the bat, but they weren't using Snicko. I think they were just using Hotspot at the time. So he made a golden pair of LBWs and lost a referral both times for Australia. So that was pretty unique and a pretty random stat that I remembered, or a random fact. Okay, Smith's batting slowly, as is Travis Head with 3 down. Get Jadeja on. Keep calling for it. Although you would put Shami on because he has been the destroyer so far for the Indians. Now Smith's out. Oh, that's LB. He always gets LB. I can't remember a time when Smith didn't get LB. In comes Maxwell, pushing up towards that 300 to chase down. Shami, he's got another wicket. He's taken 9 for the match. That's LB as well. The LBs are coming out in force. Yeah, it's hitting middle and off stump. Don't worry about that being out. That's gone. All right, T on day 4. Remember, this is on the line here. India need to win to stay in the series and retain the Border Gavaskar trophy that they currently hold. Be good if in Cricket Captain if they had those trophies as well, and you could see who was holding it, and almost a bit like a wrestling championship belt. So India would be there at the start, Australia versus India, and they would have a little trophy icon, and then if Australia beat them, the trophy would go over to them next time. Maybe you could have a little trophy screen with all the trophies you currently hold. That'd be a good idea. I've just thought of that now. I've never thought of that before. Little trophy screen. So if you hold the Border Gavaskar trophy, or if you hold the Warren Muralitharan trophy for Australia, the Australia Sri Lanka series, or the Chappell Hadley series for Australia versus New Zealand, or the Ashes if you've got that as well. That'd be cool to have a trophy screen. Alright, 4 overs left in the day. Australia ahead 329. So this match could be looking to be a draw. Might bat for an hour here and then just look to win the match as well. Be aggressive. I could just bat out the day. I'm just going to keep getting more aggressive. I might just... Oh, I don't want to bat out the session. Probably want to get 400 ahead. Oh, don't. I'm just being greedy. Let's get Pat Cummins to 50. Or a wicket. If it's a wicket, that's it. I'll declare. Alright, I'll declare. Alright, let's declare. We're done. 374 to win. Just over 2 sessions. Sorry, India. I just had to do it. So this will probably meander along to a draw, which would leave the series at 2-0 going into a dead rubber in the third. Alright, Hazelwood's got a wicket. So I'll just speed up a little bit here. Let's get Paddy Cummins on. Let's get Line, see if he can spin his magic. Oh, gone. He's bowled a lot there. He's bowled 10 through. 2 wickets down. This will really depend whether India want to go for the draw and get a few points towards the Test Championship, or if they're really trying to win. I don't think they're going to try and chase down 300 in the last session. So if it was me, I would look, that's out. If it was me, they would look to anchor in. How's that not out? Missed the stumps. Oh, it has. It's gone a long way down leg. That's my Australia hat on. Thinking that was plum. Just like club cricket where you're never out. Line's got rid of Shreyas Iyer. Oh, gee, bowled Paddy Cummins a little bit too much there. India on a very difficult wicket last. There's Prithvi Shaw's gone. Alright, and we'll play another test. After this series, it is Australia versus India in 3 one-day internationals, which are going to be really tough because India have a lot of very attacking one-day batsmen. They've got Rohit Sharma as well to come into the lineup. Doesn't play a lot of Test cricket. He's a bit like Martin Guptill. He just doesn't quite click in Test cricket, and a bit like Aaron Finch as well. People don't really quite understand how they can be so destructive in the one-day format. You understand in the T20 format because you're just hitting from ball 1, but if you're a good one-day player, you should be a good Test player, surely. Fahari's gone for 56, so Australia need 4 wickets. An hour and 25 left. They're just chipping away at these wickets. May as well get the field in. I'm still hesitant to always bring the field in, even when there's no chance of the opposition getting the runs. I just feel uncomfortable having it so close, or having so many fielders in. Alright, Jadeja's gone, 3 left. Now we're really into the tail. We've got an hour to survive. I probably did bat for too long. Bumrah's gone. Cummins is there, sharing the wickets around. This could be a rapid end for India. Again, they've played well for so many parts of this test. Where did that go? Went for 4. They've played well for so much of this test, and they just lose a few wickets. I just don't like this tail at Bumrah at 9. I don't know what they can do about it, but it just seems when you get to this last few wickets, they just crumble. They lose 3 for 10. Alright, 40 minutes to go. Can India hang on? Can they hang on? It's probably a little bit tense here. I did bat way too long. Alright, Hazelwood's cleaned up Shami, and the last wicket we've got Ishant Sharma. They've still got Ashwin in. He can hang on. Oh, it's just missed. Let's keep lying on for maybe one more. India hanging on. Come on, Mitchell Stark. 30 minutes to go. Now I'm getting nervous. Oh, it's Plum. That's Plum. That's the test match. 3-0 to Australia. India 15 minutes away from drawing the test. That is Plum. Hitting middle. Stark finishing the innings like he does so well. Just 3 overs to go. Definitely batted too long. But Australia have won by 218 runs. And Tim Paine's got the man of the match. So it's going to be very hard to drop him for the final match. So I won't. I'll keep him the same. Let's have a quick look at the Indian stats. Yeah, some 40s and bowling. Yeah, Ashvin's not done very well, as has Jadeja. Not contributed very much at all from their all-rounders. 3-0 as we go into the Sydney match. Oh no, we're at the MCG. We're not at Sydney. That's usually the New Year's test is in Sydney, but here it's at the MCG. That's usually the Boxing Day match, which seemed to have gone to Perth. We got the Boxing Day match instead, which is very interesting indeed. Okay, let's finish this off. As this is a bit of a dead rubber, I'll skip through this a little bit more quickly. I'm keeping Maxwell in again. Anyone who I can rotate out? Hazelwood. How's he been going this series? Oh, he just keeps chipping in. I might think of putting Nisa in as it's a dead rubber and giving him another test. Do you know what? I'm going to do it because it's my game. And you probably wouldn't in real life, but for cricket captain, and because I like Michael Nisa, and I feel guilty he's been 12th man so often, even though I didn't pick him, he's getting another game. And my other favourite, Glenn Maxwell, he's getting another game as well. Alright, I got Physio. I meant to put Physio on to Smith. Oh no, I'm going to put it on Paddy Cummins. And I meant to put the keeping there and fielding. Again, I don't know why I do that every time. It probably doesn't matter. Shall we make it? Should we make it a batting? Yeah, let's make it a batting pitch just for fun. Let's make it a road. All right, Nisa's going to come in for Hazel. It just doesn't help him. Hey mate, come and have a test to when the pitch is an absolute road, and you'll probably get 1 wicket. I meant to make Smith the captain. I don't know why Tim Paine's been the captain for so long. I think it changes every series and I just can't be bothered to change it. I don't think it makes any difference anyway. Alright, and as it was tails last time, I'm going to assume it's heads. So India are bringing in Gill, very aggressive batsman. I forget his first name, but pretty much the same lineup, but with Gill in for Ravi Jadeja, and Umesh Yadav comes in, I think, for his first match of the series. Yep. So they've brought in Yadav for Ashvin. So no spinners, so just 4 seamers for India. So they might need to look for some part-time bowling from Virat Kohli. We've won the toss. Sorry, India. We're going to bat, and we're just going to see how many runs we can put on maybe a pretty tired Indian lineup after bowling for so long in the last match. Alright, let's just do 10. I am going to go quite fast in this match. Burns is gone because it is a dead rubber, but we'll try and get as many runs as we can. So I wonder who they're going to go to for the 5th bowler. They don't really have anyone unless Shubman Gill here bowls a bit. No, he doesn't bowl. No one really bowls at all. Really, your best bowler is probably Vihari here. Bowl some offies. He's got a few test wickets. He's probably the 5th bowler. And it's quite hot as well, so he'll probably have to bowl quite a few overs. Alright, Labuschagne. Yeah, we've got Vihari and Kohli already on to bowl. And Shreyas Iyer in the first session. They've used 7 bowlers. 3 part-timers. It was an interesting decision to pick the 4 quicks and no all-rounder, and it is a road, so we could see some monstrous scores here. Labuschagne goes for 60. In comes Steve Smith. He could look for a big one as well. The Indian bowlers are tiring. In comes Vihari. I'm not going to be too aggressive against them because I was very frustrated when you get out to the part-timers. Bumrah's cleaned up Smith. And that's T on day one, 3 for 204. Got some big bash results going on at the same time. Warner's looking good for another century. Alright, I might put highlights on so we can see his 100. There it is, a dab through to third man. Oh, I was going to say why was there no third man, but there is one. Warner raises the bat, does his big jump in the air. Another 100 for Davey Warner. Test match 100, number 27, trying to get that average to 50. He's passed 8,000 runs. Not too many Australians have passed 8,000 runs. So he's put himself into an elite group. LBW Sharma late in the day. Maxwell needs to take this opportunity to get a nice big score and push that average up above 32. It is difficult to bat 6 as well, because quite often you're batting with 7. There's Glenn Maxwell on his way. Alright, 5 for 310. So India have hung in. Bumrah's taken 3. Really with a flat pitch in the fourth match when you've lost 3-0, you can very easily get smashed into oblivion. But they're hanging in. Travis Head wants to cash in, as they say. This is your opportunity to really inflate your average. Oh, there's the 100. Whoops, I missed his 100. Cuts it away. Well, doesn't cut it away, but plays it through point for 4. There's Travis Heads. Is that his 5th Test match 100? Anchoring his spot down in the side. And now starting to get a little bit ugly for India. They've brought Gill on as well for just his 7th first class over. It's getting messy when you've used 8 bowlers. 5 for 400. Alright, Tim Payne out for 33. Michael Neser comes in. It's his 2nd Test match. He played against Afghanistan, made his debut. Did bat at number 7 in that series. Oh, makes just 7 here. Needs to take advantage of his opportunity. Travis Head's going to be a bit more aggressive. Australia pushing up towards 500s, past the 150. Can he get a 200? Stark's gone. Alright, T on day 2, 526. Come on, Travis Head. I'm going to put highlights on just to see if he can get this 200 and we can see it. Pat Cummins just hold on for him. And he's got out. So, great stuff. He's got 6 to go, Travis Head. 5 to go, 4 to go. Could this be it? Double 100, first double 100. Oh, that's not a snick, but it's close. The field's out, he's pushed it. It's gone through point. 200 for Travis Head. Raise the bat. Well done, Travis Head. First double 100 for Australia. I was going to say first one of the year, but Joe Burns got a 205. It was against Bangladesh. Fantastic. Double 100. Well done. Now you can bat even quicker. And we can try and have a little bowl at India before the end of the day. Come on, Nathan Lyon. If he gets out, doesn't matter. 557. 201 not out. T-Head. Well done. Let's put highlights on. Try and skip through a little bit. Yeah, highlights on. See if we can get a wicket or 2 before the end of the day. It is a flat pitch, so India could do what they do in India when teams rack up 400 or 500 and they just make 700 in reply. Neser's got a wicket, second ball. Meant to put the bowling on. Alright, Mitchie Stark. End of day 2. 1 wicket down. A lot of work to do for the seamers. Right, here we are on to day 2. Neser might be looking for a few wickets. He's probably not going to get many opportunities to play for Australia. So you have to make the most of them. Vihari and Rahul going well. 1 for 100. I'm just going to turn the lights off and skip through a bit quicker. Gee, Michael Neser's being smashed. Sometimes there's a big gap up from first class to the Test match arena, and you can go for a few. Haven't really given Maxwell much of a bowl this series. He's been like my Ravi Jadeja, even though Jadeja's a much better bowler. Okay, let's get Cummins back on. Whoops, didn't want Maxwell on. Panicked. Alright. Yes, got Vihari for 79. In comes Kohli. Generally why I don't set it to a flat wicket as well, because they're just really high scoring slugfests. Oh, Rahul's gone for 99 LBW. Oh, the worst way to get out. It looks like it's missing leg as well. It's grazing leg at best. Michael Nisa gets KO Rahul. Oh, he's disappointed. Oh, he flicked the leg stump. That's always a bit unlucky. 3 for 225 now the score. Gee, Stark's going for a few. Alright, get line in. I think India have just decided to go for it as they're 3 down. Might give Lavascagni a couple. Haven't bowled him much in the series. Yeah, he's going for a few. Everyone's going for a few. It's a rapid run rate from the Indians, over 4 and over. Oops, I didn't really mean to give him 5 overs. Let's give Smith one as well. Can kind of bowl Smith, bowl Head. Let's just bowl them at the moment because the new ball's just about due. Give Travis Head a couple. Ooh. Punished. Kohli and Shreyas Iyer going at a run of ball. India 3 for 368. We're nearly at the end of day 3. Still a possibility of a result because they've been batting so quickly, but also still 200 behind. Probably under-bowled line a little bit here as well. Gee, going over 100 runs for the first time in a while. Nisa's got wickets, but he's been expensive. Shreyas Iyer's made 100. Virat Kohli's made 100. Yeah, this was an interesting decision to get the flat pitch out. We are being smashed into oblivion. Virat Kohli finally gone for 124. But that is an imposing scorecard. Nisa's taken 3, but 3 expensive wickets. Alright, let's give Maxwell one last one. He's probably under-bowled. He's got a wicket. He's got Prithvi Shaw. Let's have a little watch. It looked like it was to short leg. Joe Burns has dark hair. It is indeed. You probably have Steve Smith there and one of the other blondies. Okay, well done to finish off day 3. 5 for 498. It's been an all-out batting masterclass from both sides. So Scott Gill, Yadav, he can swing the bat. Looked like he was out. Was he bowled? Oops, wrong highlight. What happened first ball? Oh, I think it pitched outside leg anyway. Alright, Cummins got Yadav. I'm going to get Nisa back on, see if he can get a 5-wicket haul. Cummins got another one. Shreyas Iyer, 175. Let's get the field out. Oh, Shami's gone. Can he get a hat-trick? Let's watch it. Is it a hat-trick? The field's all in. Oh, that is close. Oh, whoops, did I put every ball on? Whoops, I didn't want to do that. That's annoying. Oh, we can watch a little bit of it quickly. Lots of dots, probably a single. I did talk about this before where you would like the option to have the 4 out to infield like you'd have in real life. So you'd have this field out to Shreyas Iyer, but you'd bring the field in for the last 2 balls. It would be interesting to have an option for that, but they don't. Alright, Cummins gets the last 4, just takes out the tail. Shreyas Iyer finished on 176. Australia still lead though by 26 runs after a huge amount of runs from both sides. It seemed like India batted forever. They didn't. They were very aggressive. Alright, we're going to turn the highlights off. Try and make a bit of a game of this as well. Try and set India a target. Maybe give them 2.5 sessions to go for it. That would be quite entertaining. Warner's gone. You don't be too aggressive and get bowled out for 100 or so. India again with just the 4 bowlers. Burns again looking good. Oh, put the curse on him. It's halfway through that sentence and he got out. Haven't used the 5th bowler. I'm going to really attack the 5th bowler. I'm going to really attack them. There's Travis Head. And there is, that's T on the second day, 3 for 108. Okay, we've got, oh, Head's gone. This is probably not great because we're only 130. Oh yeah, this could be the perils of batting too quickly and still having a whole day left. 6 down. India could sneak out a win here. This has been a very poor batting performance in the second innings. Nisa's gone for 7. Very worried. India might need not too many on the last day. 4 for 33 from Jasprit Bumrah. Okay, final day. Australia lead by 197. Okay, we've got the final day of this test series, and then tomorrow we will be into the one-day format. All right, Australia just need to hang on. Timmy Payne, India have taken the new ball. 8 down. Oh, 6 wickets for Jasprit Bumrah. It's almost his best. What's his test best is 6 for 27. So if he gets another wicket, it is his best. India are going to have to bat quickly. They need 240 in just over 2 sessions. So it's probably about 5.5 runs and over. All right, let's think about this. They're going to be aggressive. They want that win. It's going to help them in the Test Championship. Oh, who shelled that? Shocking. Who's at first slip? Oh, Steve Smith is. All right, there's lunch. 222 to win in 2 sessions. Oh, that's hit outside the line. Oh, it's snicked off. Well done, Cummins has got Rahul. This is going to be a very close, tense finish to wrap up the series. I'm going to go wrap up this video and I'll go through the stats tomorrow before the one-day series. Oh, we've had Stark on for a while. Let's get Lyon on 183 to win. It's a very... Oh, no, Lyon has been absolutely smashed out of the park. This is a pretty tense finish for a dead rubber. 1 for 89. India are going for it. Come on, Michael Nisa. Was it a mistake to leave Josh Hazlewood out? It might have been, but this is when you're going to learn from these decisions. All right, nearly into the final session. Oh, little edge. Yeah, I think India are well in the driver's seat for this last session. It looks like they're going to need about 100 in the final session. Gee, who keeps getting smashed? Is that Nathan Lyon? Get him off 6 and over. Might just have to rotate through the quicks. A wicket here will make it interesting. He snicked it. It's gone. Vihari goes for 36. Agarwal's going really well. 108 needed. Is it another wicket? Oh, it's gone. Gone for 87. All right, we're in the final session. The final session of the innings. The final session. India needing 105 runs to win in the final session. India 3 for 136. Who are we going to open the bowling with? We probably want to go with the experience of Stark and Cummins. This could come down right down to the wire. We're going to have 2 slips in. That's pitched outside leg. Seems to be when Lyon bowls he goes for a lot of runs. Gee, India doing really well. Come on, Michael Nisa, this could be your time. For a wicket. Little sneak. Oh, huge diving catch. Who was that? What an amazing catch. Davey Warner, it looks like. Davey Warner at second slip. It is. He's got Virat Kohli for 12. Made a big 100 in the first innings. So did Shreyas Iyer. He made 176. Hasn't been out all test. Another wicket could make things very interesting. Oh, Pat Cummins got smashed. All right, come on, Lyon. We'll just put the field out a little bit for Shreyas Iyer. I know every run counts. Oh, no. What happened here? That's out. He's gone for 13, though. 5th wicket has fallen. 40 to win. I don't think time's going to be the issue now. It's 5 wickets, 40 runs to win. Nisa is getting wickets, but he's been... oh, no, that is a disaster. We'll turn on 4s and wickets now. 25 to win. Prithvi Shaw, that's a pie. It's been smashed for 4. All right, I think we need Stark back on. 21 to win, 5 wickets. Looks like India about to get their first win of the tour. Oh, that's a horrible misfield at mid-on. Australia falling to pieces after getting a big score. Again, it's happened to me again when I've tried to tweak the team or tweak what's worked or try something different. 7 to win, 3 to win. India are going to be victorious in this final test match. Let's give it to Glenn Maxwell, see if he can get a wicket. India victorious in the final test match at the MCG. It will be packed out. It looks full. Big single into the outfield. India win the third test match despite Australia scoring 557. Reminds me of the 2005-6 Ashes where England made 551 for 6 declared and went on to lose. Lots of runs in this test match. Terrible batting performance by Australia second. Travis Head, I don't know how many players have scored a 200 in their career and lost, but Travis Head 201 not out. Bumrah 4 wickets. Shreyas Iyer 176 not out. Jasprit Bumrah in the second innings, almost the man of the match for me. Brought the game alive. Riveting spell. 6 wickets and India chased it down still with 50 minutes to go. So India win the third test by 5 wickets. I said I was going to show you this tomorrow, but I'll show you this now before we end the video. Here's the series summary. Australia won by 277 runs, won by 8 wickets, won by 218 to go 3-0 up. And then India won the fourth test to make the series 3-1. Let's have a look at some Australian stats. Leading run scorer was Joe Burns. Travis Head with that 200 pushed it up over 400. Warner and Smith did okay. Labuschagne was a little bit disappointing. Maxwell chipped in well at 6. I know it's the same, but you know Labuschagne's a 3. Payne's a 6. Maxwell's a 6. Payne just chipped in again like he always does with a few, and the bowlers did a little bit. Bowling, Cummins was the best, though everyone's average took a hammering in that final test. 18-22 for Cummins. He was probably the leading wicket taker of the or joint wicket taker with Jasprit Bumrah. Runs here for the Indians, 400 for Kohli, Fahari 370. Shreyas Iyer only played the 3 tests but was probably their best batsman with 351 runs. Made a 60 in the first test and was dropped for some reason, and Agarwal over 300 as well. The bowling was mainly all seam for India. The spin didn't do anything. 22 wickets for Bumrah, 21 for Shami, 19 for Sharma. Not too bad of an average, around the 30. Ashwin and Jadeja, no support with the spin at all. And the series is 3-1. Here's the World Test Championship. So India are done. So they haven't made it. Oh no, no. Here we go. So Australia are in. They've made it. New Zealand is second. India have 1 series to go, which I'll have to have a look at their fixtures. Who are they going to play? India are going to play England in 5 test matches, so that would be really interesting. In a 5 test series, the points are only worth, what's a win worth? 24, so they're going to need 90 points to win, so they're going to need at least 3 or 4 wins in that series. Can England make it as well? No, they are out. So really, India pretty much need to win 4 or 5-0 to replace New Zealand. That's really surprising, considering they only won 9 matches. But interesting rules in the World Test Championship. Thank you for watching, and there'll be another video, same time tomorrow. This one-day series here, India versus Australia. Thanks for watching.